I'd like to talk to you about spamming and the privilege of communicating with our customers and the importance of total respect to the fact that we are communicating with them only on a need-be basis. So what I'm referring to has to do with the different ways that we can communicate with our customers. You can do it through emails, you can do it through texting and postcards. Texting is probably the most delicate one in the sense that often the recipient pays for the text message, although now more and more plans are providing unlimited texting, but still the recipient is sensitive to receiving a text message unless it is needed. What we have done is integrated text messaging only on a user delivery option, meaning that if you want to send the customer a quick note telling them that the car is ready, then sending a text message may be appropriate. On the other hand, if you want to do a marketing campaign, that is different because the recipient would interpret that as solicitation on their cell phone that wasn't requested. Postcards is the traditional way of doing marketing, and the problem with that is, although it's less intrusive, but it's also less effective, it is paid by the sender and not by the recipient. So having that as a starting point or a background, I'd like to point out the differences between service intelligence and what we refer to targeted marketing promotions. When you know what the vehicle needs, service-wise, we're able to look at our database and determine, for example, the time range, and you can say, okay, I want to go back 2 years, and I want to find every vehicle that had a synthetic oil change done, and I would like to remind them of the last time that they had the synthetic oil done, and how many miles have elapsed since the last time it was done, if it's the case where the vehicle's daily mileage has passed the threshold, which typically is 5,000 or 6,000 miles since the last oil change. The reason why I said 2 years is because sometimes our customers may come to us for an oil change, then they go elsewhere, and it may be appropriate to let them know that we remember them and that perhaps they want to come to our establishment for their next service. So this is the ability of targeting customers that we have in our database, looking at a previous instance of a typical specific service, aging the amount of time that has elapsed, so that the system excludes anybody that actually had an oil change done, a synthetic oil change done, but maybe the vehicle doesn't need it yet because you're not driving enough or whatever the reason may be. The notification of a service of that type may not be required. So this is a way of taking a vehicle pool, and let's say you have 10,000 vehicles in your database, and just selecting the 853 vehicles that had the history, enough time has elapsed, and now they need it again.